Hey everybody, I'm John Granado. That's Lance Erline. You can hear us mornings on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet so you get all of our content here at Sports Map HOU. Lance, the draft is here. Unbelievable what happened this morning. Will Levis goes from 50-1 to 20-1 to 10-1 to be the number one pick overall. Pete Prisco believes Levis has that shot. He can do that. Execs like him more than they've let on. While that seems unlikely, what kind of ripple effect do you think it would have if and especially for the Texans, what would that mean if Levis goes 1?
Well, if Levis goes 1, it's the perfect scenario for the Texans. They immediately just scream out the name Bryce Young and then move on to the 3rd pick. I mean, it would be a dream come true for the Texans if Bryce Young fell to them at pick 2. So the ripple effect would mean, if we work through this hypothetical, it would go Will Levis 1, Bryce Young 2. Bryce Young 2, and then the question would be, now we've got an official run on quarterbacks because Bryce Young's off the board. So does someone jump Indianapolis for C.J. Stroud? And then we could see Indianapolis, if somebody jumped to 3 ahead of Indianapolis and took C.J. Stroud, then Indianapolis, I think, would choose to pass on quarterback altogether and would take whoever the best player available is for them, or even trade back and then maybe target Lamar Jackson and say, okay, we got to get more aggressive with Lamar Jackson now. So, this could really have a big impact if Will Levis hypothetically went 1.
All right, what? Okay, so it went from 10-1. So that's still a long shot, long shot. I think it's even more than that. Will Levis is not going number 1.
No, there's a link on a gambling a subreddit page that is a big gambling site, and somebody claims to have knowledge that Will Levis is telling his family that he's the pick. I don't know that it's that simple that's moving lines, but if all these people in this Reddit, I mean, about how the AMC stock and how we saw those things pushed up because Reddit.
Right.
Yeah, we saw Reddit. What if people started going online and making these bets? All of them simultaneously who are on this Reddit gambling site are all making a bunch of Will Levis bets. Maybe it could be something that moved the line. It could be something that simple.
Yeah, and they could lose their money too.
Yeah.
That's probably
absolutely.
That's what
because
happens.
I can't trace it back to a media. I'm trying to find the media member that said Will Levis is going 2. Like, why would he be the favorite at 2? I didn't understand that. I couldn't find the nexus of where it began, and so I think that maybe this is being driven by something that doesn't make sense. But
by Will Levis,
as a Texan fan, I would be super excited if Levis went 1 because that meant the Texans could get their guy. Bryce Young.
Let's be reasonable and realistic here. Bryce Young goes 1. Texans take defense 2. Texans take defense at 12. How do you sell this to the fan base?
Trust D'Amico. That's how you sell it. You say you have D'Amico come out there and say, hey, we know the winning championship starts with defense. We know we have to have a quarterback, but at the end of the day, we just felt like the best option for you. Maybe don't want to say bad things about the quarterbacks. You just say we felt like the best option for our football team is to go out there and draft the best football players. And we think these guys give us a chance to really change who we are as a defensive team. We weren't good defensively. And I would also tell you that, D'Amico would have to make that comment, or Nick Caserio probably would make that comment on day 1 after the draft. But who knows? Maybe the Texans in the early part of round 2 grab Hendon Hooker, the quarterback out of Tennessee. So maybe they still go with the quarterback. I think it'd be a little tougher selling quarterback in the mid-rounds to the fans. I think they would see that as, what are we doing here? Why are we adding quarterback? If you need all these other positions, why not just go Mills and I've got the guy saying,
Case Keenum?
Yeah, I've just got in my background, I go, kitty, from our Spanish station. He's like yelling and I can't concentrate. When can we have sock puppets do this?
Yeah,
can we do
need
a sock puppet?
We need a sock puppet on this. You know how popular we'll be if we get a sock puppet?
Hugely popular. Yep. But no, so I would just say that you sell it. You just say, hey, just trust me. We got a plan in place, and we don't ever want to reach on somebody that we don't feel like is going to give us our best chance to win.
And it's the San Francisco way too. We'll just make do at quarterback, and we'll get really, really good everywhere else
until we get the quarterback that we want. Because remember, San Francisco took a shot at Trey Lance. Once they had built everything up.
No, they paid a lot for Trey Lance, but after a lot of other things were in place. They were already in the NFC Championship game before they did all that with Trey Lance.
They were already in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Before they tried with Trey Lance.
Oh yeah.
With Jimmy Garoppolo.
So the thing is, let's get really, really good, and then let's go get our quarterback.
Maybe that's what D'Amico says.
Yep.